I knew that it would link me up with like a big kind of diverse group of people who were interested in this broad concept of peace work.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that, but I didn't know very specifically what it would entail.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew that Uppsala, I guess, as a university was more theory and not as much kind of hands-on work focused.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I had that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did the program, did it meet your expectation? Did it go beyond, or did you have any challenges?
Yeah, I think it really went beyond my expectations. I think. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect from a degree in peace and conflict studies, and I think it's quite exciting the work that the department's doing here. For example, I've had like difficulties maybe understanding that importance sometimes and contextualizing it, but yeah, it's definitely gone beyond, I think, my expectations.
I really didn't know much about the Rotary Peace Fellowship before applying, so what I knew was what was on the website. And Rotary is an incredible resource and tool and network of people, because I sent an inquiry on the website and it connected me to a Rotary Club in my home city in Orange County, California. And instantly that club adopted me and took me in and mentored me throughout the application process and really told me what a great opportunity this would be and really supported my application. And so I think through the application process I learned a lot more about the fellowship, and through the enthusiasm of the people in my district we were able to learn more about the fellowship together. So I was really grateful for that. I think what I knew coming in was that it was going to be 2 years of academic study, and the academic portion of the program was really going to emphasize research and statistics, both things that I'm not super strong on from my previous academic work. So I was really looking forward to figuring out how to properly evaluate programs, especially field programs, and figure out successes and failures and how we can make programs better. So I think that's definitely happened throughout this program. What I was not especially prepared for, and something that I've really loved about the Peace Fellowship, are the connections that you make and the community that you have here in Sweden. So both with the host families and then with the other fellows and then with the professors at the department. It's been a great opportunity to network, to learn Swedish culture, and to build relationships and connections with my peers and learn from them and their experiences. So I think that's actually been one of my favorite parts of the fellowship.
Yeah. Before I joined the fellowship, I've always seen around the Rotary logo all around in all the cities in Brazil, especially in Rio. So I've always been like, yeah, what is this logo? What is Rotary? And I've never really had that much direct contact with it. First time that I understood a little bit more of Rotary as an organization was when I was doing my exchange, first in the US. That they have some people coming over and talking about the program, and a few years after that, when I was doing my summer school in Norway, we also have a huge Rotary delegations of students. So there I was a little bit more in sense of what Rotary was and their works towards humanitarian causes around the world. And at first I didn't know about the fellowship. It came after me looking forward for pursuing further master's opportunities, for studies opportunities abroad. So that's when I ended up facing about the scholarship and learning more about it. And that was quite funny for me because I ended up getting in contact with a few local Rotarians in Brazil, and a lot of them also didn't know about the scholarship. So I felt from the beginning that I was already being an ambassador from the fellowship within Rotary itself, because I was having to explain for them a little bit of what was the scholarship and the fellowship from what I've learned online, to help them and see how we could do this and how I could have the support of my local district to come.
Honestly, I didn't know anything about Rotary, other than that whenever there were big events or humanitarian work in Myanmar, they were there. They were they would be some of the donors for these projects, mainly on the community level. But as soon as, after I applied for the program, I started seeing Rotary sign in quite a lot of places. Rotary Youth, they're also very active in Australia as well as in Myanmar. I think they're called Rotarex.
I knew quite a lot about Rotary and Rotary Fellowship because I had to learn by myself, since my local Rotary district was not really aware of the concept, and they were not really aware of what they should do to support me. So I basically had to learn it myself and explain them how the process goes. So, and of course, after becoming a fellow, of course, I learned the whole. I learned much more and even got engaged with Rotarians through different initiatives. Among other stuff, I became a member of a subcommittee for nuclear disarmament in the Rotary Peace Action Group. So I developed professional relationship with some of the Rotarians.
I did not know so much about Rotary, like in terms of what exactly means, which organization it is, or like how the organization is structured. But I have to say that I was very interested on participating, especially because the Peace Fellowship, of course, I've always been involved in these fields as much more as researcher or policy advisor or some sort of. But then, yeah, that was my. I didn't know that much. I was never been part of a Rotaract or any of the structures that Rotary, but when I started doing the process of the application, I have to say that everyone who was super open, and I think that there is so many people just all around the world that should know about this scholarship, because I don't think that's any other scholarship who can give you so many things and also give you all the experience and support, especially. Rotary is very supportive in general in all what you do.
I was very ignorant on Rotary. This may sound stupid, I hope it doesn't sound offensive, but I would think of Rotary as kind of the Freemasons kind of society, kind of a secretive group with their rituals and everything like that. So it was really inspiring for me to learn that that's not the case, and how much goodwill and good effort Rotary puts into the work, basically.
I didn't know too much about Rotary before I applied for the fellowship. I knew it did philanthropy, and I knew it was connected to eradicating polio. Those were the two things that I knew. And they met for lunch and had like a lot of clubs, usually with a lot of men, which I was like, I don't know about this. But then as I dug more into the organization, I learned about some of their initiatives, and that includes, all kinds of people now, which is really wonderful. So I think Rotary as an organization has evolved a ton from when it started, and now what it's growing into is something really special, and I'm glad I'm a part of. Okay.